the white cane. It's not what happened to you, but how you react to it that matters. Epictetus. One morning I was jogging to work, and in front of me there was a blind man with a cane. I overtook him and managed to cross the street just as the green light was blinking. Suddenly, for a brief moment, I unconsciously pictured the scene in my mind, the screeching of car brakes behind me and someone running over the blind man. I immediately pushed the thought away, relying on the fact that it was rush hour and there were plenty of people who would surely help him. I turned around and noticed that the blind man was standing at the edge of the crosswalk, uncertain whether he should cross or if it was already too late. People were rushing past him, trying to make it before the light turned red. No one stopped to help the blind man. They were all in a hurry, too focused on their own goals to notice him, and I was one of them. At first, I wanted to push aside all these thoughts and just hurry along to get to work. But then I felt pity for the blind man and a sense of responsibility. That feeling quickly turned to anger. How could this blind man be out on such a busy multi-lane road all alone, with no one to accompany him? And again, guilt washed over me for not helping. I looked at my watch and realized with horror that I was terribly late and needed to get a move on as quickly as possible, but my legs refused to move. It was as if someone from above had turned me around 180 degrees, and I ran to the blind man. I offered my help. He seemed embarrassed and couldn't answer me. He was uncomfortable. I took his hand gently, and we waited for the green light to appear. To my surprise, he walked very slowly. I don't know, maybe all visually impaired people walk cautiously and slowly. I had never thought about it before or observed anyone. The road was quite wide, 2 lanes in one direction, then 2 tram lanes, and 2 lanes in the opposite direction. Of course, at that pace, we didn't manage to cross the whole road in time, but standing in the middle of the street wasn't an option either. So I began waving at the stopped cars, asking them to wait and let us pass. After crossing the road, I offered to escort the blind man wherever he needed to go, but he thanked me and said he was familiar with the area and walked along the private houses, tapping his cane to guide him. I needed to go in the opposite direction, but I looked back a couple of times to check that my accidental charge was okay. It seemed like such a trivial story, but it stayed with me for life. And now, whenever I see a blind person who needs help, I don't ask passers-by for assistance. I always approach and offer my help. Even now, I still have the same image in front of me, a blind man with a white cane at the edge of the crosswalk, the blinking green light and passers-by brushing around him, and among those rushing people there was me.